Hey everyone, I want to take a moment to show you how to export things up into Commons. This is how we save things on our Canvas, and if we want to reuse them next year, we will put it up in the Commons, which is like a cloud for Canvas, and then in August or whenever, late July, we can pull that down from Commons and import it into our core shells when they are available. So this is the process of saving everything in your Canvas that you've built so you can use it later. This typically has to happen before July 1st. What will happen is Brian will push out the new shells for our courses, and then the old courses will then terminate. They will end on usually the end of June, July 1st is when they go away. So this is a process that needs to happen pretty quick after school is out. So the first thing you want to do is after you have everything up in your Canvas course that you want, you have finalized everything, school year is over, you're not going to be adding anything to your Canvas. You're going to go into your course, and you'll need to do this with every single course. You'll then have to go into settings. Once you're in settings, over here you'll see the share to commons button. You're going to select the share to commons. It's on that right hand panel. And then it's going to take you to this commons page. Now, I would recommend not rewriting any old data if you've already have stuff over here. So I would say that this is a brand new course that we're uploading. So where it says this is an update to a previously shared resource, I do have an older version of this class in my commons, but I don't want to do that. I want to make a new shell because I've added new things to it this year. Maybe I want to see how I've done things in the past. So I have this ready to go. And then who can use these resources? I'm going to blow this up a little bit so we can see these together. I would recommend saying all of NHJ. And if you are retiring, please put public. So that way we can go ahead and track it. You can put all of it. If you know you're returning next year and you just want this to be available to you, you can put only you. But if you are transferring to another building or if you're retiring, I would strongly recommend doing public or all of NHJ. We don't need to share this as a featured content. That's not important. Now, this is new, and it came out last May, and I want to make sure that we're aware of this. For this one, it's optional. You don't have to select anything, but if you want to, we can put open textbook. I'm going to spend some of my summer going back and making sure that the templates that we created for the middle school, I'm going to go back and make sure that they're labeled as a template. For license, I don't think it really matters. I think they strongly recommend doing public domain because anything on there is just kind of whatever. There's no copyright stuff on there. It's all YouTube, which is public domain and things like that, and things that you have created, Bitmojis, stuff like that. So once you're down here, you can title it whatever you want so it's easiest for you to find. I strongly recommend putting the year in there so you know exactly what school year you use this resource, so I can see that I have my course name and the year that I used it. You do have to put a description here. So I'm going to say my ICMS all page, including digital citizenship. All right, so there's my description. You have to have a description. If you don't put something in there, it will ask you to go back and do that. Tags, this is optional. You don't really need to do that. You do have to have an image, so you can go in and just select an image. I'm going to back out here. I think I usually put a dog. You can put 20 in there for the year, so I know that I use this in the 2021 school year. And then this is optional too, but I'm just going to go ahead and put my grade levels in here so I know who I used it for. So from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And now it's time to share into Commons. So in this process will take a second. I went ahead and hit share, and it may not give you a preview right away. It does take a second to pull everything from your course up into the Commons, up into that Canvas cloud, if you will. So just make sure that you're going back and checking to see if it's all in there. But I would do this pretty quick. So maybe on teacher workday, while you're finalizing grades, go ahead and share that stuff to the Commons so you know you are good to go. After it's shared to Commons, we'll talk more about it in the beginning of the year, but there really are two things you can do. When you get that course shell from Brian, with your new classes, the old ones have fallen off. They're gone from your Canvas page. And I know last year they didn't fall off correctly, but they should fall off this year because we put some term dates in there. On July 1st, or like I said, whenever Brian has the course shells available, you then have two options. You can either start over new by pulling down one of our clean templates that we set up a couple summers ago, or you can now import this data and then tweak it as you want to for the next school year. And we will go over how to do that. But I hope that helps. If at any time you want to go over on how to put this up in the comments in person, please let me know. If you want to make sure you're doing something right, I would be happy to meet with you during that workday. I also have plenty of time after school that following week to meet with anyone. So just let me know when you're in the building. Thank you, guys.